Hi, welcome to the first tutorial for web administration of our online church. I'm creating a series of tutorials so that anyone who takes the responsibility for administering this site will have something to look at for training. My name is June Harold, and I'm a member of the church. And even if you're looking at this series long after I'm gone, you will be able to reach me through email or find me through Google. So don't hesitate to do that. I've written an accompanying manual. It's not that long, and it tries to focus on the uniqueness of the site and the kinds of things that went into building it that really only the creator, and that's me, would understand the reasoning behind. And so the manual does its best to explain the reasoning. And if you pay attention to the reasoning and it becomes an overriding guide for you, things will start to become apparent also to you as you see things. Alrighty, so we are on the home page, and this video is about an overview of the management tools that are in the site. And by management, I mean the look and feel, how the design comes together, how you can change the design of it, the editing of existing content, the adding of new content, and by content we mean videos, photos, text, blogs, discussions, files that get uploaded, groups, and so forth. It's about the management of members, this overview to show you where the tools are for those who are registered to the site in terms of whether you need to suspend somebody or whether you want to assign certain roles to individuals. You can make somebody an editor of a particular page so that you do not need to be responsible for the content on that page. And there are a number of other tools to help you manage member involvement. The way that you get to the nerve center of managing the website is by clicking on this link. I'm in the extreme upper left corner of the brown portion of the web page where it says Manage My Network. You see my cursor there? Okay. Often you will see links to get to this nerve center referred to as just Manage or Manage My Network or just My Network. Now, there is a difference between where you set the controls that operate the site as a whole and where you operate privacy controls and other settings for you as an individual. It can be a little confusing. So I'm going to click on Manage My Network. It's the same as clicking on My Network over here. Click Manage My Network. And this is what the nerve center, if you will, or the area where you manage the entire site and everything that goes on in it. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like as of September of 2010, which is when I'm making all of these videos. So we're going to come back and look at this a little bit later, but I wanted to point this out right away that this is what the management center, the front page into all of the controls for the site. This is where you do it. Now I'm going to go back to the main page, so I click Main in the navigation bar. And I'm on the main page. Now, I am signed in as UUCA, meaning UUCA is the web administrator, the person. So for the personal experience, or rather the experience of UUCA as a human being on this site, the settings available to that person are through the My Settings area, just as they are for anybody else who signs into this site. This is where I uploaded the icon to represent the web administrator. This is the web administrator's email address, and then these are other aspects to the web administrator's experience when that person signs on, and we can go over that another time, or you can look at the My Settings video and the Privacy and Controls video for individual members. You should watch all of the user videos, and by user I mean the people who are individual members of the church. Even if you've been a member for a long time and you feel you've mastered the site, don't assume that. That would be kind of dangerous. It's better for you to go through all of those videos and then start these videos afterward. Okay, privacy under My Settings here. Again, this is about the privacy of UUCA, the individual. It is not about the privacy of this network as a whole. After all, this section is called My Settings, which means the individual owns them, if you will. The nerve center of the site for controls is about management of the entire site, which is of course owned by the church and the congregation. Just pointing that out again, because even me, my experience has been that I accidentally in the beginning, even though I put this thing together, said a few things here, and I remembered wondering why it wasn't the case throughout the whole site. Okay, let's go back to the main page. So you've seen what the nerve center of the site looks like for controls. You've seen what the separate area for the UUCA individual looks like in My Settings. Now we're going to look at briefly another type of management tool that exists on the site, and that is the edit button on boxes. The construction of the site is modular, and that's self-evident on the front page. This is a WYSIWYG environment for publishing content. WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. So if I see an edit button, I get an edit button, I click the edit button, and here is where all of the programming for this week's highlights box is entered, and then it's saved. Same thing over here. This box, I gave a title of Our Beloved Community, and the copy that is in here was written right here or inserted right here and then saved. Nearly every box on this page has an edit button. So in the calendar box, I copy pasted in the widget code for our calendar software, which is external to this Ning platform. The calendar is not the Ning calendar. We use different software, and we'll cover in a future tutorial. So all of these boxes that I'm opening are the text boxes. That's what they're called. There are names for different types of boxes on this site, and any box that is completely empty on the inside that starts as a default empty box but says text here means that it is a text box, and you can put anything you want in that box. So this is a text box, this is a text box, this is a text box, this is a text box. Text boxes are highly customizable to the needs, the specific needs of your programming.